I didn't know this ahead of time, but we went into the mausoleum and you actually get to see Mr. Dinsmoor. This is where I've been wanting to go for a very long time. Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden. Samuel Perry Dinsmoor was born on March 8, 1843 in Ohio. He served in the Civil War as a nurse in the Union Army. Dinsmoor was a huge proponent of the Populist Party, also known as the People's Party, which was a political movement in the United States that emerged in the late 1800s, specifically to represent the interests of farmers and working-class Americans who felt ignored by the major political parties of the time. The S.P. Dinsmoor cabin home is part of his legendary Garden of Eden that Dinsmoor built in Lucas, Kansas. Garden of Eden is a remarkable example of folk art architecture and visionary storytelling, built between 1906 and 1907 by S.P. Dinsmoor himself. Dinsmoor quarried long stone logs, some up to 20 feet long, set with dovetailed corners mimicking the appearance of a log cabin, but constructed in limestone. The interior of the home includes 11 rooms, bathrooms, and original features like redwood, oak, and walnut moldings. Dinsmoor built the home so that no two doors or windows are the same. He purposely did this in a design to intrigue visitors. The Dinsmoor cabin was Lucas's first home with electricity and indoor plumbing, powered by Dinsmoor's private electric generator. He even sneakily tapped into the town's main water supply at one point. He was a very resourceful fellow. Starting soon after 1907, Dinsmoor, at the age of 64 years old, began to create around 150 concrete sculptures, including 29 trees up to 40 foot tall, depicting biblical scenes like Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel, and populist political satire parables such as Evil Trust and The Ballot Saw Cutting Chartered Rights. His work attracted visitors even during construction. He led guided tours and sold guidebooks, using admission fees to support his family. It's on the National Register of Historic Places and draws over 10,000 visitors annually. The local tour guide will tell you the history of Dinsmoor and the cabin, along with information of all the structures. Plus, you can get a little pamphlet that details the meaning and symbolism that Mr. Dinsmoor put into all his creations, and there's a short video that you can watch before you walk through the home.
Tour of the street-side sculpture. Your tour guide will show you the sculpture at the yard. We'll start with the grape arbor, an attached sculpture, and continue around the exterior sidewalk. The grape arbor was the first freestanding structure Dinsmoor made. Outside working, so he made the sculpture of a little man waving toward the kitchen window to keep Francis company.
Dinsmoor married Frances A. Barlow Journey on August 24, 1870. After she died in 1917, he married Emily Brozek. He was 81 and she was 22 at the time. They had 2 children. His son John was a colonel in the United States Air Force and served in the Vietnam War. Let that sink in. His son served in the Vietnam War and he was in the Civil War.
all of it had to be mixed by hand in buckets.
Wow.
Now my favorite tidbit is that Dinsmoor created the sculptures where you see them. This was during the Prohibition though, so I don't know where he was getting beer bottles from. And some of the tools he used while working on the Garden of Eden are on display in there now. So the picnic area is next to it. Across the front of it, which stands for Trust Company or Big Business. And it's being supported by a branch that says Chartered Rights. Chartered Rights is the branch of the government that protects trust companies. And those two people are sawing it off with a saw that says ballot.
The 3-story mausoleum beside the cabin is the final resting place for Dinsmoor and his first wife, Frances. Dinsmoor created his own unique concrete coffin, including an in-glass viewing window that he built specifically so he could permanently display himself as part of his art. The man was a visionary, eccentric, and obviously very talented. I was told these cages was where Mr. Dinsmoor kept his animals. He had eagles, coyotes, maybe a badger. I forgot what else she said. Very cool. Some kind of a hole for some animal. Even made them little water dishes. Look at that chest. It's beautiful. I didn't know this ahead of time, but we went into the mausoleum and you actually get to see Mr. Dinsmoor. They wouldn't let me take a photo or video, but it's kind of interesting, kind of creepy. But yes, I had to look at Mr. Dinsmoor. That old stove. That was me. It's crazy he made all this stuff by hand himself with no training. I think that was me. This is my cement wash house, 10 by 12 by 8 feet with cement floor and roof, no wood used except for door and windows. Of course, people gotta write their names on it. You see, I have everything handy. I have my flower bed, so I won't have to get in the something to pick flowers. I can't read it. Basically, he made it taller so he wouldn't have to pick it or get down to pick it. Very cool. Oh, that's him waving to his wife because he was always outside working. I see somebody's booty. This house is so cool. And that door goes down to the basement. The snake goes all the way around. Serpent. Seriously, such a cool place. I can't believe one man made this with just cement. I'll have to go around and get shots from outside so you can see what it looks like. Eve has got the forbidden fruit. Dinsmoor's cabin, home, and garden showcase a uniquely built environment, combining architecture, engineering, art, politics, and an unforgettable memorial, all crafted by one visionary creator into a single unconventional landscape. Recognized by the National Trust for Historic Preservation as a distinctive destination and included in its roster of historic artist homes and studios. I bet this place is so cool at night, but I will not be here at night. Very cool. That was Mr. Dinsmoor's Garden of Eden. I think she said that flag still turns in the wind when there's wind. There's no wind at the moment. Pretty cool. Concrete flag. This place is so cool. If you're in Lucas, Kansas, come visit the Dinsmoor Garden of Eden. If you're ever near Lucas, Kansas, this place is a must-see for anyone interested in art, early 20th century politics, or simply drawn to American oddities. Maybe I felt a little obligated to take a look at Mr. Dinsmoor since he had gone to all this trouble to create so many neat and interesting structures. Plus, it does abide by his final wishes. Or maybe it was just quirky and I needed to satisfy my own curiosity. I did look. Let me know in the comments if you would have taken a peek at Mr. Dinsmoor. Until next time, bye for now.